the last day of 2022, and I remember several years in the past where the end of the year was like super depressing for me. It was like I was so hard on myself, and I would just look back at the year and think of all the things that I hadn't done, or would feel bad that I hadn't progressed as much as I had hoped, or wasn't where I wanted to be, and couldn't even see how far I had come. And so it just became this like super discouraging time of year, and I didn't enjoy it. And so of course, being in the coaching industry, I would seek out, different strategies, different approaches, maybe work with a different coach, try to find something that would help me, get out of the rut and start to progress in the way that felt aligned for me. And I gotta tell you, as much as the different strategies I worked on and different approaches I took, nothing really, honestly, nothing really stuck. Nothing made a huge difference. And that's what I really wanted. I wanted a huge difference. And then finally, just, coming to the realization that I had invested all this money, worked with all these coaches, tried all these different things, and didn't have a whole lot to show for it, of course, was depressing. But it also opened my eyes to see, I needed something drastically different. And it was around that time I joined a Conversations on Faith group at my church, and just really began to open my eyes to how much I had lost touch with God. And like any good New Ager, had thought that I could do it all on my own, that all I had to do was, work on my manifestation and my mindset, and voila, things would come into being, which of course is exactly what the enemy wants you to think, because that was Satan's sin, was pride, right? Was that he wanted to be God. And that's exactly what New Age does. It makes you think that you can be God, that you can call things into being. And it's not true. But it has so many people deceived. It had me so deceived. And when I started to come to the light and realize how far off I had been, the only place to go was God, because I had done everything else. I had tried everything else. And I am just so grateful that I got to that point where there was nothing else to do besides go to God. I wish I could have come to Him before that point, but thank God I came to Him. Because if you are looking for long-term, sustainable, lasting, huge change, God is the answer. I mean, there's nothing that even comes close. I mean, when you finally surrender and give it up to God and lay down your burdens and just give your life to Christ, He gives you new life. He wipes away your past. He cleanses you from all the things that you've done that maybe have in the past left you feeling ashamed and embarrassed or guilty. All that's gone. And He gives you life, but not just life, but life in all its fullness. He transforms your heart. He transforms your mind in ways that is beyond description. Mindset work doesn't even come close. Energy work, nothing comes close. You can't transform your heart and your mind on your own. That's what God's for. And when you finally come to that realization, I think you'll feel like me, dang it, why didn't I figure this out sooner? Because once you know the truth, everything changes. You become the person you're meant to be, the person who is kind and patient and loving and forgiving and has self-control and is filled with a sense of peace that doesn't make sense, especially, when you look around at what's going on in the world. And even when you're going through tough circumstances, just to be filled with peace instead of anxiety is the hugest gift. And most of the reason that we do a lot of what we do is because we are seeking some sense of security, some sense of peace, some sense of belonging, an acceptance, and you get all of that from God. So you get to stop the madness of thinking it's going to come from a relationship or from a career or money or success or recognition or your appearance or lifestyle. All that will never fulfill you. It would always leave you feeling empty and leave you on the treadmill, the hamster wheel of thinking you have to go more, you have to go bigger. It's never enough. And with God, He fulfills all those needs. You feel completely accepted and loved, and like you know you belong. You are His, and you have this peace that doesn't make sense. This sense of inner security that just blows everything away. So I'd encourage you this last day of 2022 to really think about what is it that you're truly seeking, and where are you looking to get that met, and just ponder what it would be like if you just decided to give it all to God and just let Him do the work in you, and then you get to do the work for Him after He's changed you. And that's the most fulfilling work there is. It isn't anywhere close to what you could imagine, and so much more fulfilling than you could ever imagine. And if you are in a place where you're just really wrestling with, you know, who you are and what you stand for and what you're here for, and tired of, you know, searching for different strategies and different approaches and different techniques, and feeling like things aren't changing, and maybe you are seeking, you know, deeper connection in your relationships, and maybe just greater fulfillment in your life and just greater sense of peace, and are tired of all the anxiety and worry and frustration and striving, I encourage you to reach out to me, and let's just have a conversation and explore really, you know, what it would look like to be guided to unveil the truth of who you are, to begin to see yourself as who you truly are, as God designed you to be, and to really know that you can be a completely new person. That's what God does, and that He will give you more than you ever could possibly imagine or dream of. So I hope you have a wonderful last night of 2021, 22, whatever year this is, and I hope that 2023 really brings you into closer relationship with God, and really that you get to experience huge transformation that is lasting and sustaining and incredibly fulfilling, and to really get to experience a deeper sense of peace. All right, talk to you soon.